Hello! On today's video of Kung Fu Hot Dog, we interview Mila Kunis's cleavage. Tell me, what is it like to be so utterly perfect?
Why am I so giddy with excitement? Too much coffee? Probably, but have a look at this. 2 of my favorite Street Fighter movies ever. But enough of those because I'll be watching them in my own time. But as you know already, there is a live action film of Street Fighter being rebooted. And of course, I'm wearing my Cammy t-shirt right here because that woman has a barefaced cheek to be wearing such a thigh-high leotard, and we'll get back to that one later on as well. But I wanted to look at some of the cast members to see if they fit their arcade video game counterparts, and I think for the most part it sounds great. But unfortunately, folks, there's a bit of a cloud on that horizon. Can you get clouds on an horizon? Probably not, but let's stick with it. I don't mind the director who they've got on board. It's the writer, the same dude who gave us and Captain Brave New World America, which was such a big resounding box office colossal success for Marvel. We all remember that, don't we? In fact, it's one of the rare Marvel movies I did not bother to go and watch at the cinema, which will tell you everything you need to know about how my sensibilities are getting more sensible by the day. But if you end up enjoying this video today, folks, make sure you get your fist of fury ready and let's get together and watch my reaction to who they've cast in Street Fighter 2026. It might have a title like that, I don't know, but let's get on with it, folks. It should be a doozy today.
Yes, hallelujah, it's the video show. And now, the man the BBC calls
Jason King on Kung Fu Hot Dog.
Now, right off the bat, folks, I like who they've cast as Ken and Ryu, Andrew Koji and Noah Centineo, respectively. By the way, did you know that the latter actor is going to be playing John Rambo? Hey, don't push me, in a future movie. I can't wait. And it's Centineo, John Campion.
According to Deadline, Noah Centino.
I'm Noah Centineo.
I mean, come on, man, give me a break. So I do like that casting. In fact, if you look up this film on Google, there's actually AI fan images, and I think some videos, if I find those, I will put them right here, of Chris Hemsworth as Ken, and his sidekick is Margot Robbie or Ronda Rousey as Cammy, which I think, to be honest, if you're going to go for the more athletically inclined, it'll be Miss Rousey herself, because in this stage of her career, Margot Robbie is becoming more of a D actress instead of a double D actress, if you know what I mean. But back to the cast list here, folks, and Oliver Richter's Zangief is inspired. I mean, again, if you watch season 3 of Jack Reacher with Adam Rickson, Oliver Richter was like he was almost like the comedic villain in the end of that series. He was kind of, he just would not die.
Why is it empty? Because I shot all the bullets.
David Dastmalchian as M. Bison is a rather curious choice because Bison is quite jacked. Raul Julia is amazing. How are you going to replace that man in this new version of Street Fighter? I really don't know.
All humanity shall bow to me in humble gratitude.
Are they going to use CGI on him to make him more buff like Sinbad the Sailor? If you remember that cartoon, like he was like this noble seaman, but then when he had to get into a fight, just pulls that belt and suddenly grows like 10-inch biceps and beats the shit out of somebody who just annoy the crap out of him. They might go down that route, I don't know, but I mean, it would be spectacular if they did. Now, when it comes to the boxer Balrog, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson is a great choice. At first, when I heard about this news, I was like, oh, not quite sure. I like Mr. Jackson. He's not with that. He's shall we say, personal issues with finance. Again, he's called 50 Cent, but the dude has been getting ripped in the gym. And there's an amazing video of him where he transforms into Balrog. I don't know how they've done that, but honestly, I think he's going to be awesome. When it comes to the ladies of Street Fighter, listen, I've got to say it here and now, right? Like, I've got some hope at the moment with who they found to play Cammy and Mijuli, especially the latter. I'll get back to her in a minute. But for the casting of Cammy, they went for an Australian Thai actress called Mel Johnson. Who? Exactly. I don't know who she is either. I mean, the running gig and the running joke about the whole cast of this film is that they're all social media influencers, or they've got a lot of followers on Instagram, because these days, folks, when Hollywood studios want to cast a certain actor or actress in their film, it's not through a Hollywood agent, it's actually through Instagram posts. Who gets the most followings? Who gets the most interactions? Look, let's face it, all these big stars who have an Instagram account, they hire other people to reply on their behalf because it's virtually impossible for them to keep up with replies. And in case they slip up and make a big oopsie, it's going to be hard for them to recover from tarnishing their reputation. So I kind of get where that comes from. Do I agree with that kind of casting process? Not really. I want to go back to the good old days where you would actually scout an unknown person to play a particular role. That makes it more of a mystery box, if you know what I mean. So again, the whole cast here of Street Fighter has me somewhat curious, but they have another babe who I want to get to in a second here. Reina Valindingham. I don't know who this chick is, but of course, when I hear the surname, it sounds Sri Lankan. She's actually part Dutch, part Indian, and she's got legs that will be an arresting sight if she were a police officer. And I've got to say, she looks absolutely fantastic in this photograph, and she's playing Mijuli. So I think between her and Mel Johnson, who, let's face it, Mel's playing Cammy, won't be donning the thigh-high leotard that's so iconic with that character, right? Which I think will be a missed opportunity. I mean, if they dare to give her one, she's a bit of a skinny chick. She needs to fill out her thighs to get some thickness, if you know what I mean. But I think they're going to pretty much tone down the way her character looks. And she might come out with something stupid in the end and say, well, we wanted to go for a modern feel with this and didn't want to offend families. Are you kidding, Mel? Don't say stuff like that, love, because it won't do you any good. But look, when we talk about a street accurate, which is probably a very good phrase I've used now in terms of a costume for an iconic character like Cammy, Kylie Minogue, she did this for the video game, because again, when she starred in the 1994 cult classic with Jean-Claude Van Damme flexing his Belgian muscles like that, well, she's all covered up in that movie. But for the video game, have a look at this image right here. I mean, holy moly macaroni, dude. Jesus Christ. I mean, we are talking about behind the scenes, regarding the behind the scenes of the Street Fighter, the movie slash game, but has anybody got the B-roll of Kylie Minogue's behind? And of course, it's kind of funny that Kylie's all toned down for that particular performance as Cammy, but yet in 2000 or 2001, she released Spinning Around, where she's wearing nothing but hot pants. I mean, bro, we were robbed. Right, you know what I'm going to do, guys and girls? I have to sit down and do the reactions here because there's a lot of people I need to go through who I've probably missed out. So bear with me for a few seconds. And when I say bear with me, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Andrew Schul is Dan Hibiki in Street Fighter. Some of these fighters I've not actually heard of, folks, so you have to bear with me. And again, Kalina Liang. Ooh, let me see who you are. But oh my God. Holy... So she's Canadian. Okay, I'll deduct a point from you for that. Crime against humanity. But she is going to be Chun-Li, the girl with the thighs and the split blue dress. I don't know how that's going to go, to be honest, so we'll have to wait and see. Maybe looks can be deceiving, and maybe she might surprise us, but I keep coming back to this picture again. Honestly, it's had such a profound effect to me. I just don't know what to do with myself. Cody Rhodes as Guile, which again, very sensible casting right there. Eric Andre, I thought it was Eric Andre 3000 from Outcast, but he's playing Don Sauvage, a character, again, I don't know, this must be Street Fighter 6 onward. Momoa, Jason Momoa as Blanca is a good casting choice. Now remember folks, when you've got your Fantasy League cast of whatever, in this case is the actors ideally you want to see playing your favorite video game characters, you might have reservations like a Native American Indian tribe, but by the same token, let's see what the teaser trailer will look like. We won't get one till probably April of next year, maybe before, who knows. It depends how far they get into filming, which will be pretty awesome actually. Mel Johnson as Cammy, as I've already said. I'm not really sold on that one. Orville Peck as Vega. Interesting. I don't know how much martial arts training these people, some of them already have that to their resumes, but others don't, so I'll be very curious. And again, the director of this film, who is Kitaro Sakurai, I think that's the guy's name, he should be good. I think he's from Japan, so he will probably approach this with some sensibilities, and I'm hoping that it actually turns out to be a real banger of a movie. Again, I think it's through Paramount who are making this. Again, Paramount are going full steam ahead, man. They really are just chugging away, and I can't wait to see what actually happens. But anyway, folks, I want to stand up and actually, do you know what? I'm going to sit down and I'm going to be right here. I think I'm going to sit here and be absolutely silly. Look at Cammy's behind when I'm looking at my own behind, which is a rather difficult act to do unless you're a contortionist. But on that one, ladies and gentlemen, if I've missed out anybody on the Street Fighter 2026 review video of sorts, let me know in the comments below. But I will be keeping a close eye on this, especially for the lovely ladies and what they may or wear or probably not wear, if you dare. And I'll catch you catching me for the return of the next video. Okay.